Okay, so here we are, Monday, week 36. Yes, week 36. So that means we only have, next week is May 24th through May 28th, right? The following week is June 1st through June 5th, right? No.
Yeah.
That's not right.
It would be
would be
June
the
1st
30th?
through the 5th.
Oh, sorry. It'll be May 31st through June 4th. And then you have school on Monday, June 7th and Tuesday, June 8th, where we have the kickball tournament. You've been reminded of expectations and criteria for that, right? Yes. Remember the 28th, May 28th is Friday. We're going to Riverside Park. So that is fast approaching, and you again know the criteria for that. So if you have an F in any class and you have NEs, okay, work on getting those up so your teacher is going to say, yeah, you're good to go. What do you got, Aiden?
Exactly what day is it today?
17th.
It's May 17th. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so we fast approaching. We have 1, 2, 3 full weeks, which is 3 times 4, that's 12, right? And then 14, right? Isn't that right? Or am I dreaming?
No.
Oh, no Memorial Day. We won't have school on Memorial Day, right? That's the 31st. So 13. Excuse me, 13. Okay. Yeah, anyway, point is, and I was just saying this to my live remote learners, look at Infinite Campus, take some initiative so you're not scrambling at the end of the year, at the absolute end of the year. Start now to try to get some things turned in that you might not have turned in, or reassess on quizzes that you might have slipped up on. Okay, so anyway, we're in week 36, May 17th through May 21st. Here's Monday. Here's the greeting and the GPS and directions. And let's put this on full screen. Okay. It's do something good for your neighbor day. So I am expecting all of you to do something good. Okay, here's all of our targets, 3, 4, 5, and 8. Again, with the marigolds, we are carrying out an investigation. We are analyzing and interpreting data. We are using mathematics and computational thinking. We actually could consider ourselves asking a question, because we asked a question at the beginning: will marigolds grow bigger, faster with fertilizer or not? But anyway, so we're hitting lots of targets with this. And also we will watch Eyewitness Mammal today after we receive our PBIS lesson from Mr. Mondello. Okay, we're going to continue to hone our science and engineering practices. That's what these are, your skills that allow you to succeed in not only science, but all classes and life. I'll know I'm successful when I have measured my marigolds and recorded the data. You've done that already. Woohoo. And then I will know I'm successful when I can explain the characteristics of mammals. All right. Here's the warm-up. Should have done that. And then I'll read what you guys did this weekend, because now we have special guest, Mr. Mondello.
Hola, mi amigos.
Hola. Muy bien. And online students, you can see my screen, and then you'll be able to hear Mr. Mondello.
Está bien.
Good?
All right, yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, there we go. Today is the last Waupaca Way lesson for this school year. We only have 13 days of school left. Okay, so it's clicking down, and it's going to go by quickly. Today is basically just some reminders, announcements, and I'll walk you through some other stuff here. First, how did things go? Are there things that you have questions about or anything like that? The reason I asked that is that I did 8th grade last week, and they had some questions about policies and stuff like that, and we'll talk about those. The questions that I've been getting are we turning in our Chromebooks? Yes, you are turning in your Chromebooks at the end of the year here today, or this year. They'll get taken away, refurbished, and then you'll be reissued another Chromebook at the beginning of the next year. Another question I've had is lockers. Are we gonna have lockers? Yes, next year. Yes. The plan is right now is you will have lockers next year. On June 8th, which is our last day of school, we'll do the big locker switch and you'll be assigned a locker for next year. You throw their lock on there, whatever. I know some of you won't remember your combinations over the summer, but you're gonna have your lock and your locker for next school year. Okay? Other questions? Great. All right. Cell phone and dress code policy. The cell phone policy is going to remain the same. There is a special board meeting tomorrow, but I do not think they're going to be talking about this tomorrow night. But I'm almost 100% certain, almost 100%, that next year the cell phone policy is going to include in writing that you have to keep your cell phone in your locker. So it is the exact same policy that they have at the high school. Okay. Right now, you know, if you have your cell phone in your pocket, again, that's not what our policy is. But if a teacher does not see it or hear it, it is what it is. Next year, however, your cell phone needs to stay in your locker. Again, we'll go through that at the beginning of the year next year. The dress code policy, I already had to deal with it this morning. We have, you know, the weather's changing. The biggest thing that I see or that you have to remember is that from basically here to your waist has to be covered. Okay? So if you don't, we had to send a couple people to the office already this morning to rent out or borrow some other clothing that we have available to them. So keep everything covered. Is that a question?
Could be. Let me see.
Oh, you're sorry.
No, you're good. No question. I don't know what it was.
All right. I'm just gonna click through this so I don't have to walk over. Fall activities. Going into the fall here, we have a number of activities available to you. We have football, soccer, cross country. I know that there's tennis. I know that I'm sure that there are some like art club things, volleyball. When I talk about activities, they mean not only athletics, but any sort of club or group. Make sure that you are all set to go well before those things start, okay? There's a lot of things that go into playing football or volleyball or soccer or cross country. And let's just say, for example, you're gonna go out for cross country. Let's say I'm gonna go out for cross country. It would not be a very smart idea for me to start running a little bit the day before we start cross country. Okay. Now you're getting to the age where you need to start putting in a little bit more time into these to prep for these activities that you're going to be doing. So if you are playing football, there is weight room opportunities for you here at the middle school and at the high school. There are going to be some camps over the summer, whether it's volleyball, soccer, anything like that. There are camps that you can attend that are local. I think the football camp is at the end of July. But there are activities and things that you should be doing throughout the summer. And it's hard because the fall activities, it's really easy to get caught up in summertime. And all of a sudden you have to realize, oh, I'm going to be playing football in 3 days and I don't have cleats, I don't have my stuff ready to go, whatever. Make sure that you're taking care of those things sooner than later. Doesn't matter what activity it is. If you want to click on the Waupaca High School. I know it says Waupaca High School, but this is how you get to our registration. Okay. If you go to that one, the menu one.
Yep.
Go to athletics and activities and common activities. It should be on the lower left or somewhere.
Oh, It might not show up when it's on the smaller screen. Hold on. Oh yeah, here it is. So it says Comet activities.
Yeah,
Right.
and then you go to activity registration.
All right.
And then when you're on this page, if you scroll down, there is a link on here, that one right there, that you will, when you are ready to register, let's say you're not doing a fall activity, but before school starts, let's say you wanted to do boys basketball, wrestling, and track. None of those seasons are technically a fall season, even though basketball starts in like November or the end of October. Those three things you would get registered for on here, and you have to have a physical. There's some paperwork to do. There's some videos that you have to have done. If you do not have your physical, that's the biggest one. I spoke to a doctor about 2 weeks ago, and he said that right now, in order to schedule a physical, they're about 2 months out. So let's say you are going to play football, and football starts for middle school, I think it starts the 2nd or 3rd week in August. If you wait until the middle of July to schedule your physical, odds are you will not get in time so that you can start football on time. So if you're planning on doing that, the sooner you get your stuff scheduled for your physical, the way better off you're going to be, okay? Even if you're not going to play football or a fall sport, let's just say you just want to do track, it's better to get the physical earlier than it is to wait, okay? So make sure you get that stuff taken care of. If you could go back to the presentation.
Yep. Oop, missed it.
Again, like I said, do not wait to reach out to your coaches. As soon as you get yourself registered or scheduled for those things, the sooner they can reach out to you with opportunities that they're going to have over the summer. So make sure that you take care of that. Your grades and behavior affect your participation opportunities. So make sure that those are in order as well. We encourage you to get involved. End of the year stuff. Backyard bash, June 7th and 8th. Each grade level is doing something different. You guys are doing a kickball tournament. I'm sure that there are going to be expectations that have to be met in order to participate in that tournament. Also on May 28th, I believe that you guys are going to Riverside Park. There are also expectations that need to be met for that time. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but one of the students in the class said that you can only have one NE.
If you're failing a class and you have NEs in that class, that would be
You can't
a
participate.
no-go, yeah.
Okay,
That would be a no-go.
is that, and then there are going to be behavior expectations. Okay, if something major happens in the next 13 days, I'm positive that you will not be eligible to participate in the kickball tournament or the Riverside Park Day. Okay, so make sure that you are eligible for those things. Any questions on that stuff? From what I've heard with the kickball tournament, pretty prestigious opportunity and competition, more so probably for the coaches involved, but it's a great time. You're out of class for roughly 4 hours, so over the 2 days. So that's something you want to be a part of. The grad parade, that is something that you did that you were a part of as 5th graders. We did not do it last year, but that is where the graduates from the high school, they meet over the WLC and they do the walkthrough through the hallways, kind of their journey through their academic career. We are going to be doing that this year. It's June 3rd. They will be walking from the WLC along the sidewalk. It'll be outside the entire way. We'll have students lined up from our middle school going through the front or past the front of the building, and then it'll end up by the stop sign there on the other side of the island. There will be more information coming out for that. May 28th, last day for library books. I'll talk about the obligations list here in a second. There is iReady testing going on right now. So the expectation in the hallway is what voice level? A 0. Please meet that expectation, especially after lunch. Okay? On Thursday and Friday last week, I wrote up 4 students, 4 majors, because there was a teacher standing in the hallway as you guys were coming back from lunch. There were actually multiple teachers standing in the hallway holding up zeros. Students continued to walk by them. I had 5 students in my classroom testing at the time, and it was so loud that we had to stop testing, and I pulled those students in, wrote them up for majors, and they have received 5 days of lunch recess detention. So please be quiet in the hallway, especially on your way back from lunch. Chromebooks and masks. Chromebooks, again, you're going to be turning those in at the end of the year here. However, make sure that you have your Chromebook here every day and that it is charged. I highly encourage you to bring your charger to school with you. If you have to go to the library to borrow a Chromebook and or a charger, if you have 2 of those, on your second one, you will spend your lunch and lunch recess with me in my room for lunch recess detention. You get to fill out this nice little sheet. We get to call home to your parents, and you lose a lunch and a lunch recess. Bring your materials every day with you. A few days from now, we're going to be handing those in. You won't have to worry about them until next year. Okay. Masks, you've been doing a good job with masks. Make sure that they're over your nose. That's the biggest thing. The obligations list for the students that have not been bringing, let's just say we've had students that have lost a Chromebook or lost a charger. Your name gets put on the obligations list and you get charged $250 for your Chromebook. Okay, you're responsible for that. Your family's responsible for that. Last week I had a student that did not have their Chromebook charged. Asked them what happened. Their new Chihuahua ate their charger. So they get charged $20 for that. That goes on their obligations list. Your obligations list follows you through your entire academic career until it's taken care of. So, for example, there are students at the high school right now that have fines from the library, or they lost a book when they were in middle school, or they lost a Chromebook. And let's just say they have $280 on their record. When they walk for graduation, until that obligations list is done, you do not get your diploma. Okay, so any of those obligations, for example, it's in baseball right now. I had players that were ineligible to play until they took care of their obligations list. So that'll follow you, but then as you get to the high school and you want to participate in things, if you don't take care of those obligations, you are not allowed to participate in certain things. But just make sure that you have those things all taken care of and good to go. Any questions on stuff? Again, 12, 13 days left. Finish strong, okay? Make sure that academically your things are in order so that you can participate, and then make sure that your behavior is also reflecting that so that you can participate in a lot of the fun things that we have set up for the end of the year. All right? Excellent job. Good talk. You may applaud.
Thank you, Mr. Mondello.
Wait, Mr. Mondello,
Oh, hold on. We got somebody. Riley?
will the online people have to come in for the lockers?
I do not know that answer, but I will find it out for you very shortly, and I will let Mr. Dayton know. Good question.
Great question. What else were you asking?
What time do I come in next?
Oh,
Big group.
shoot. So second hour starts at 8:47. So you'll start in Mano, right?
Yep.
Take about 15 minutes.
Yep.
About 9-ish, a little
Okay.
after 9.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks. All right. So with that looks like just about perfect timing for us to we're gonna throw on Eyewitness Mammal. Lucky you, and you're welcome. There is no video guide for you to fill out today, but you must be up and at 'em, paying attention.